R. Kelly has been found guilty of racketeering and sex trafficking. This comes after more than 2 decades of accusations against the star in a 7-week trial in New York City. Kelly was accused of running a Chicago-based criminal enterprise, recruiting women for unwanted sex. He could spend the rest of his life behind bars. His court cases are not over. He also faces charges here in Illinois and in Minnesota.
Jim DeRogatis is the author of the book Soulless, the case against R. Kelly. He joins us via Zoom this morning. And Jim, remind people how long you have been involved in investigating R. Kelly and his cases over the years.
Story number 1 was December 21, 2000 in the Chicago Sun-Times, Abdon Palish and I. And we thought we were late to it. The first victim at age 15 was sexually abused by Kelly in 1991. 30 years to get justice on this.
So tell me how New York succeeded where Chicago failed.
New York brought a case that methodically laid out a mere 25 years of Kelly's crimes, starting with Aaliyah, the illegal marriage with a Cook County marriage license in 1996, up to the women he was abusing until the day he was arrested in front of Trump Tower, Chicago in July 2019. There were charts, there were diagrams, there were 45 witnesses and hundreds of pieces of evidence. It left no stone unturned, unlike the 2008 case on which he was acquitted here, narrowed down to one girl on one videotape by a judge who seemed hell-bent on ruling for the defense at every turn during a 6-year wait for that trial.
Jim, this is a racketeering case. Did all of the handlers cooperate? Should there be anybody else going to prison for this?
That's a great question. No, there was only one rather hapless individual who was granted immunity from prosecution. Several of the other employees who took the stand testified about behavior they witnessed and could be liable. There are the Chicago police officers who worked security for Kelly. There is the lawyer, Susan Loggins, who ran a settlement factory with non-disclosure agreements and cash payments that kept Kelly out of criminal court. There are the heads of the record companies who knew well what he was doing and yet never acted to stop it. The Eastern District of New York could come out with further indictments. There are 2 of his key employees who are indicted in the Northern District of Illinois case. We may see others held accountable here. And even if we don't, Chicago needs to do some soul searching. How did the schools, the courts, the journalists, the churches fail so many young Black girls for 30 years? I've done the math anew. I've always said I knew 48 that I've talked to and reported on. I believe now there are 69 or 70 victims mentioned in all of these cases, and I think that the total is in the hundreds.
R. Kelly also facing court proceedings here in Illinois and in Minnesota. What will happen there?
Well, it remains to be seen whether the federal case in the Northern District of Illinois will continue. Kim Foxx has a state of Illinois case against him. There's the Minnesota case, but he is facing a prison term of life in prison. There are only so many lives that one person can serve. I think the other avenue is the enablers who allowed this to happen. And, we should take a breath for a minute to look at the historical scope of what happened yesterday. Chicago has now produced the biggest criminal predator in the history of popular music. That is a very sad distinction. And number 2, that was the first verdict in the Me Too era that brought justice primarily for victims of color, women of color. They were heard. What the first victim told me when she tried to press charges in 1996 and the state's attorney in Cook County declined was, who cared? I was a young Black girl. Yesterday, the jury showed that it cared about young Black women.
Jim DeRogatis, we appreciate you joining us this morning. Great analysis. Thank you.
Sure.
Thanks, Jim.